Hey fam, Sampath here, your host for today's podcast show. So today we have a very special guest, one of my friends from since like 2017, Welly Mulia, and he is the man behind two seven-figure revenue companies and now want to build the third one. His first company, Zaxaa, it has generated well over $171 million revenue. I mean, that's a kind of revenue that's been processed by the platform. And then he went on to build his second one, which is called Birdsend, a email marketing automation platform, which has processed well over 3 billion emails until today, which is insane, right? So, and now, today I got him. I have been like chasing him for a while because he's like super busy guy. And I managed to get him on today's podcast. And in this podcast, I'm going to extract some trade secrets from this $1 million guy. So we are going to try and get as much value as possible so that we can see what are those secrets behind $1 million info product launches. Well, I would love to have you on my show. Make a quick introduction for our guests and tell us a bit more about you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Sampath. I don't want myself, like Sampath just now has introduced me. So I have been building software for I don't know, for a very long time. So Zaxaa, the shopping cart platform, you guys might have heard of, and then Birdsend, and even before Zaxaa, I was involved in building WordPress plugins, uh, and then currently, I am busy developing CartMango, which is a new venture. Which is a Zaxaa version 2.0, called CartMango. Yeah, so that's where I am today.
Thank you, Willie. So I have a quick question for you. You said like you are from developer background, like you have been building products for like since ages. So how's that experience have transitioned into marketing and business? Because often we hear that most software founders, they have the challenge like, hey, I'm a developer. I don't know marketing. I don't know how the business gets operated. It's like Greek and Latin for me. So in your case, you're a developer, but then like, how do you say that your experiences have helped you shape into building your own product, running the marketing for it, and then operating as a full-time business? How did that pan out for you?
Yeah, I think I should clear up some misunderstanding. So I'm not actually the developer. I'm building these products, right? This was software, but I'm not actually the one coding it. So I have a CTO, a technical co-founder, and then we have a small team, and we have a few developers. So I personally do not code. I don't know how to code. I am more sales, marketing, business guy. So yeah, so just want to clear up some misunderstandings.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So please tell us like, what experience have led you to build Zaxaa, which has processed well over hundreds of millions of dollars worth of revenue for like so many different entrepreneurs today. So what has led you to build Zaxaa and how you have been marketing it since for day one?
Yeah, Zaxaa. So Zaxaa was so we. I told you just now that before Zaxaa, we sold WordPress plugins, right? We built and sold WordPress plugins, and then the reason we built Zaxaa was because we sold a bunch of different WordPress plugins, and then we were trying to find a software at the time to a checkout software, uh, but basically it was we were trying to find like an all-in-one software, but which means that it has to have checkout capabilities as well as the email marketing side of features, right? At that time, I remember there were only two. One was Infusionsoft, which is Keep now. It's called Keep. Back then it was called Infusionsoft, but it was very very expensive, and we couldn't afford it. And then the other one was Office Autopilot. It rebranded to what's the software called? The all-in-one tool with a blue logo. I forgot the name. Uh, it's pretty popular too. I forgot the name, but basically we couldn't afford both of them because it's pretty expensive. So we decided to build our own shopping cart to sell our own products first, and then we opened that to other people as well, because we thought that if we were having the same problems, then I think other people, other marketers will have the same problem as well. So that's why we decided to make Zaxaa into a public platform where anyone can join.
Nice, nice. And how have you been marketing? Just a quick, maybe like you can share a couple of quick words.
Zaxaa was initially marketed through affiliates and ads. So affiliates back because we brought our audience from we have our own base customers when we sell the WordPress plugins, right? Those customers, some of them are affiliates as well. So when we release Zaxaa, we asked them to promote as well. Some of them did, and then we also ran some ads, and then the rest is through word of mouth. Yeah, that's pretty much basically it. Yeah.
Love it, love it. I love it when a product gets built from your own pain point because I've seen like nearly, I mean, like I've worked with like over 200 plus SaaS companies, and over 90% of them have been like built from their own pain point and they have been massively successful. So cheers to you for that. So from
Thank
your
you.
experience, you're welcome. So from your experience, right? Because you must have seen like so many sellers selling like their own info products or courses or like other digital products on Zaxaa for like over like $1 million on in digital sales, right? So, but there are also others, like so many other people who have been trying to hit those like magical numbers, but then they often fail. What common mistakes that you see between, I mean, like mistakes that are being made by rookie sellers versus really good info product creator? They are making like big money. So, what are the common mistakes that you think that anyone should avoid?
Yeah. So with Zaxaa, right? We talked about before the recording of this call. So Zaxaa was targeting a totally different crowd, the niche, right? The internet marketing crowd, which is they are focused on like making money quickly, which I don't really like now, because after so many years of doing business, um, I want to provide people with real value. So yeah, it's I don't want to name names, but in the industry, in the internet marketing industry, there are a lot of product vendors who sell only based on affiliate recommendations or affiliate promotions. And I don't know if you have heard this. You probably heard. So it's called reciprocal affiliate
Mhm.
promotions. So it's like
Yes,
I scratch your back and you scratch my
you
back,
scratch my back.
right? Yeah, which is fine, right? It's called like building a relationship. But the problem for me, at least for me, is that um, let's say I want to launch a product today, this month, right? This month. So I join an inner circle of product vendors. Let's say 9 more people with me, 10 people. So if I want to launch a product today, this month, then all the other 9 members in the inner circle, in the or network or whatever you want to call it, they will promote my product, right? And then next month, it will be another member's turn. So, for example, Jim is going to launch a product because he promoted my product last month. I owe him, right? So I have to promote his product, and then all the other 8 members do the same thing. It cycles through. So if the internet marketing space, a lot of people launch products often, and many of the products are often low quality, which means that the customer will be they will not be satisfied. So regarding your question, what is the one of the biggest mistakes? I would say that if you are a legit product uh, seller, info product seller, and you just rely on affiliate promotions, affiliate reciprocal promotions, then it's going to be a problem, especially if the product itself is poor in quality, because then the customers will only buy once, and then they are not satisfied because it didn't deliver on the promises. Um, so then they will say bad things about you, and they will not buy your future products, because once bitten, twice shy, right? and then you will get a better reputation, and the cycle goes on, right? So the internet marketing space, this group of people will always need to bring new blood into the business because the customer will not buy a second time, right? I'm not saying all of it, but many are like that. Yeah. So the biggest mistakes will be only relying on affiliate promotions. But if your product is good and someone naturally wants to promote you, it's good. But if you only rely, like I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and the quality of the product is bad, then it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah. So I know like what you're talking about because when I started SaaS Venture, we started had some early success as well. So and then I was kind of like getting sucked into the same you scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of thing. I mean, I got invites from several people. I don't want to mention the names either, but then like I have received like several invites. So I totally understand when you say that. But then like I was lucky enough or like fortunate enough, say good karma have saved me from falling for any of those praise. I never fell into that. I mean, I have tried advising some of them like not to do that, but then like nothing is in my control, right? I mean, I can only control what I'm supposed to do. So I got out of that. But you make a fair point there. Yeah, something that got me really exciting when you were talking about that, and I'm so glad that you're also coming out of that space and wanting to build something a lot more meaningful, more purposeful for you and for your team, right? Which is fantastic. Speaking of which, without those reciprocal tactics, what are some of the legitimate ways to recruit more affiliates? Say I'm launching an info product next month, right? What are the best ways for me to find and get some affiliates to actually promote my product? The real affiliates.
Yeah. So I'm not a big I don't. With me, I don't launch. I launch new products very seldom. Cut Mango, and I use the word launch, but it's actually not a launch. It's usually a release, right? For me, I don't like the word launch because people have wrong expectations. Like, oh, it's going to be 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure launch, right? Like Cut Mango was released beginning of this year, and then before that, it was present in 2019, I think. Yeah, 7 years ago. So I don't really launch product anymore. Yeah, but uh, based on my experience, and I have a small group of affiliates. I'm not like those people like influencers with very big a big group of affiliates. But basically, if you can get someone to like your product, become a customer first. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the best affiliate. Like they experience the product, they experience the service, it's good, and then they can recommend confidently recommend to their friends, family members. Like and the reason they recommend this is because of the quality. It's not because of the commissions. And so I think the best way to get the affiliates is to get the customers first, and then from your customers, some will ask you, like, how can I recommend this to my friends and my network?
Right. And you're saying like the best way is to get people who already have like really good following, get them as the customers. And then like impress them that they're gonna put the word of mouth for you.
You could do that. You could do the second one, like you approach people, but unless you have a name, like if you're a nobody,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then you approach someone who is big, of course, then they're going to to reply to you, right? I would suggest if you want to go I'm not saying it doesn't work. If you want to go that route, pick someone like not too far off from you. So let's say you are at this level, pick someone like just a little bit above you instead of going for the big gurus because they will have like thousands of hundreds of messages promoting the same thing every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, like with the big gurus, if you're gonna get like influx of users out of nowhere, then that's gonna become a headache for you. You won't be able to build something meaningful. You'll be stuck serving a big bunch of like questions, support queries, who may not turn into your customers. So, which is a challenge by itself. So, when you say like go one step at a time, like one step ahead at a time, so that when you get there, you automatically reach those big gurus if needed.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you build a great product eventually, right? Eventually, if you build a great product, word of mouth will also start to kick in. Even like some people just want to recommend you without the affiliate links as well. We
Mm-hmm.
have people do that with Birds and Zaxaa as well. So I would suggest that you just build something useful and that solves a real problem for a specific audience.
Nice, nice. Totally makes sense. And what's like one thing that you feel or you have seen like the legitimate sellers, right? Like legitimate product builders. So what's the thing that who are building like legitimate products, say info product courses and so on, that they're doing it right. But then like even if someone like me say I'm gonna be like totally new to the info product space, right? And something that I should be like really wary of, and I need to make sure that this is how it's gonna be like getting done so that I can see some success. So what's like one thing if you could share like just one specific thing that needs to be done right so that the brand is gonna stay, I'm gonna get like really good reputation, and I'm not gonna fall into any of those. I don't have to rely on this reciprocity.
Yeah, I think I just answered your question just now. Just build a great product, a service, offer, whatever it is. You must that product, that offer must be able to solve a real problem for a specific audience.
Hmm.
Otherwise, people will not buy. And even if they buy, if your product sucks, then they will only buy from you once, and then people will say bad things about you. Spread, you will get a bad reputation, and then the cycle goes on and on. And the converse is true. So if you build a good product, then people are going to recommend you naturally, eventually, even without affiliate links, and then you build a good reputation, and then you get more sales.
Nice. Is that the same applicable for info products as well? Like not software product. Say I'm selling like a bunch of courses or like cohort courses and so on. Is it the same as applicable?
Yeah, it's applicable. I think it's universally applicable. Whatever it is, like software, info products, templates, online courses, coaching, consulting, right? Anything that you put out, if it's good value, like people use your product, your tips, your templates, whatever, and they get good results, they're going to be satisfied, and then you're going to build trust, goodwill, and then all the things that will follow, right? So everything builds on one another, and I think I believe this principle is universal across all types of products.
You're saying like start small, focus on delivering the really good results for them, let them see the value, and then see if they would want to become your affiliates, and then keep stepping up one level at a time.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Love, lovely, lovely. So, Welly, after Zaxaa, you built like Birdsen, right? And Birdsen's has been, I mean, your product has processed over like 3 billion emails, which is massive, right? And when I was going through your site, I see like there is no falsy or like flashy tactics anywhere on your site, like saying, boasting about the features. And something that specifically stood out for me is like, Burson focuses on the delivery rate, which is going to be like industry standard higher. I mean, much punching above its weight. Like even any better email marketing tool out there, and Burson is still going to have like a better inbox rate, better delivery rate. So how do you actually help clients to get like have better delivery? Because like only with better delivery you can get like a better conversions. So how do you make that happen with Birdsend? So I mean like if it's gonna be super engineering, I mean technical, then please break it down in simple terms for me and for the audience.
Yeah, so sorry. So are you asking how to get better email deliverability? Okay. Yeah. So just to clear up a few misunderstandings, with 3 billion emails for an ESP, it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal compared to other more like popular ESPs. I just want to get it out, make sure that everyone is on the same page. It's not that much, 3 billion emails. But anyway, to answer your question regarding deliverability, so mailbox providers, the Gmails, the Yahoos, the Outlook, Hotmail, etc. Uh, they they want to provide a good experience for their users, right? So people with Gmail accounts, Yahoo accounts, etc. Right? And the way to do that is to make sure that only legitimate emails land in the subscriber's inbox, and then spammy emails and scam emails land in the spam folder, right? That's the basic idea, right? And in order to do that, we have to understand like how the mailbox providers think and the algorithm, right? Now we don't know the exact algorithm that they are using because it's close guarded. They never reveal their secrets, right? But we can get the overall strategy, like overall understanding of how these systems work. So basically, as long as you're sending emails that your subscribers want, by one I mean they actually they look forward to your emails, they open your emails, they read your emails, they click the links inside, they reply to your emails, right? If all these are engagement factors that the mailbox providers look at, right? They know if someone like if I send an email to a Gmail address, Gmail will know like if let's say I send to you Sampath, Gmail will know like when you open, how long you open, which links you click, whether you reply to the email. Whenever you take all these actions, I get like quote unquote points. Open the email, I get 1 point. You click the link, I get 2 points. You reply to my email, I get 3 points, something like that. So the more points we can accumulate as a sender, then the more favorable we are in the eyes of mailbox providers, which means that future emails will be more likely to be placed in the inbox rather than the spam folder or the promotions tab. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense. And I love the way how you started answering this question, because that basically tells the kind of wonderful person you are. I mean, you could have said like, yeah, we processed like well over 3 billion emails. We are like big ESP, but then you haven't like, you stayed humble and you said like, it's not a lot. There are like so many bigger ESP providers who process that numbers probably like every single day. So it's not a big number. And then you started answering the question. So thanks for that. Thanks for being such a wonderful person. So, and when you explain that, right? So that tells me like whenever I'm sending like my next email campaign, I'm gonna make sure like I check at least like 3 to 4 different boxes before that email gets sent out. So thanks for that. That's like really helpful tip for me as well.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to add regarding deliverability. So a lot of people, because they don't know about deliverability, right? When they join an ESP, an email marketing tool like Birds and Active Campaign or whatever, MailChimp, right? And then their emails went to land in the spam folder. The first thing they do, usually, not every time, usually they blame the ESP because they say, oh, the IP address, right? But the sending domain reputation actually plays a bigger part rather than the IP address of the mailing server. So if you can maintain like a good sending reputation, because they look at the domain first. So for example, if I'm sending from welly@cardmango.com, then the mailbox providers will see it's from cardmango.com. If I have a good reputation for cardmango.com, then it's going to be weighted more heavily rather than the IP address of the mailing server, which is the responsibility of the ESP. At least Gmail does this because Gmail places a very heavy focus on domain reputation. I just want to get that clear out. So not everything is always about the email tool. Yes, the email tool plays a part. The IP address, right? We have to maintain like a good reputation, but the sender also has to do their job, right? Maintaining good sending domain reputation, and then the email message content, right? The email message itself, and then make sure that the subscribers, you promise like the subscribers are expecting your emails, so you deliver on what you promised the subscribers, right? So it's
Right.
up to the sender, not the email tool in that case. Yeah. So
Nice.
each of us, like the sender, the email tool, we both play a part. It's not just the email tool, because a lot of people
Yeah.
get confused, like especially people who are new, they think that everything is on the email tool.
Yeah. Hey, I switched to this XYZ email tool. I think they are bad. Most of my emails are going to the inbox, whereas I have the blacklisted domain. Right. I totally get that. So a quick question here. Is that applicable for the subdomain as well? Say, for example, all the emails are going out from hello@saasminter.com to our subscribers and to our customers. Say, henceforth, I want to change that to like hello at mail.saasminter.com if I'm going to set up a subdomain to send out the emails from. Would that
And
still? have
Yeah,
the
sorry, your
same
question
impact?
what?
Yeah, yeah, would that still have the same impact? I mean, like, that's the service provider. I mean, I'm sorry, someone like Gmail or Hotmail. Do they consider these subdomains as like different or unique domains, or do they consider they only consider parent domain?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that specific question because Birdsign doesn't allow the use of subdomain as a sending domain
Hmm.
as of this time. My teammate will know the answer better. He's the technical deliverability expert. But yeah, so I don't know the answer to that question. But my guess is that yes, it looks at it because the subdomain is a part of the root domain, right? So it will make sense. It will totally make sense to investigate the root domain first, and then so yeah, it will totally make sense to look at the root domain as well. But I'm not 100% sure. Again, it's just my guess.
Okay, but thank you for sharing so that I can look up to it. I mean, probably like if I could hear back from someone from your team at some point, that'll be very helpful if you could share that with us. Maybe like probably you can write an email to me saying that, hey, but I checked with my teammate. This is what he says. That'll be really helpful. I can
Are
also
you
share it with our audience.
Yeah, are you using the subdomain to send your
No,
emails?
right now we are not. But then, like, when you said about the blacklist and the domain plays like major act here, I mean, like our emails open rates are really good. I mean, like our delivery rate is like over 65%. The open rate, yeah, open rate is about like 25%. So which is good. But then like just in case, say when I mean, like we are also branching out, like kind of like opening two other businesses next year. So we have to make sure, maybe like henceforth, considering that how crowded the on digital space is getting, I was wondering if it would be like a good idea to get a subdomain instead of sending emails from the parent domain from day one. That's
Yeah,
why
but
I
I
had
think
asked the
if
question.
for small creators like us, I don't know. I'm
Hmm.
assuming maybe if we are a small creator, I don't think we have to go. I think we should keep things simple. Just use the main domain. I mean, if unless you have a very big very big corporation, or you have a lot of needs, like you have like finance.domain.com or marketing.domain.com, I don't think that's necessary to have a subdomain
Okay.
for small
Okay.
creators. Yeah, to just to keep things simple.
Got you. Thank you. Thanks for the tip. So you talked about your new venture, right? I mean, Cut Mango. So tell me, like, what exactly is the pain point that Cut Mango is trying to solve that you think that market actually needs? Like, give me like a couple of major pain points that you want to solve.
Yeah. So with Card Mango, it was built specifically for solo digital creators, which means that people who run a solo business, or those with a small team, and they want to sell digital products, which includes info products, templates, um, online courses, uh, digital files, software, um, coaching, consulting, right? Solo digital creators. So this group of people, they don't know about anything. They don't have the technical skills. They don't have the technical team. So what they want is they want to give out a buy link, and then people can just click the link and then just buy, right? And then they get instantly paid, right? So Card Mango solves this for them, because with just a few clicks of the button and then some typing, they can just use CardMango to sell their products, their services, whatever. And then we also provide profit pooling features that increase their average order value, that increase their lifetime value. Without CardMango, like they won't be able to do it themselves because, like I said just now, they don't have the technical team or expertise. But we do have competitors in this space. Yes, we do have that. But I would think that CardMango is a little bit unique in the sense that we target a very specific audience, which is solo digital creators. Um, like platforms like Gumroad. Uh,
Whoop, yeah, Whoop, WHOP. That's the recent buzz from Imran Gadzi.
I haven't. Is
Okay,
it what they're targeting?
they are targeting like creators.
Just creators?
Yeah, creators, coaches, consultants. They are their primary target.
Okay. Yeah. So for this is a good example. So creators is very big, right? So
Mm-hmm.
someone, for example, someone creating like a physical product, like then they raise funds using a crowdfunding. It doesn't they are not suitable to use Carmango, but they might be able to use Vogue or whatever just now, the one that you're talking just now, because we focus on digital creators. So anything with physical is not suitable because we are not going to have like shipping options in Carmango. And then with Carmango, we also targeting solopreneurs or people with a small team. Yeah, so that's how we are trying to differentiate with other tools as well. And because we are targeting such a small like a smaller audience, we can streamline the tool to make it like easier to use and faster to set up for our ideal target audience, which is solo digital creators.
Nice. So speaking of which, a quick question. So as you know, like AI is like everywhere, and I can basically like put a query on AI and then I can get like whatever answer I want. So how do you think that creators should actually stand out to sell their info products so that people don't have to think about like AI and I'm just going
Yeah.
to be buying these creators products?
So AI, I know you. I believe you have heard this a lot. AI doesn't have personality.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way I believe to stand out among, with all these AI craze, right, is to have a voice, like be bold to say it with your chest, even if it goes against popular beliefs, and then have a personality, share personal experiences, not just the wins, but also the failures, right? Failure struggles, because if you just share the wins, everyone is already doing that, right? Everyone on social media is flexing how cool they are, how awesome they are, like how they are making like $1 million from the launch, etc., etc. So it's good to be vulnerable at times, sharing the failures and struggles, but don't just share the failures and struggles, but have key takeaways like golden nuggets, like what you learned from the struggles, the failures, and how you are going to be a better person, or how you're going to tackle this problem better in the future. Basically, if you only share the struggles, failures, but you don't share the lessons behind them, then people might think that you are an attention seeker.
Yeah.
So that's not good also, right? So we have to, I think, yeah, have a voice, like share the wins, both wins and struggles, failures, share them as well.
So just be yourself.
Yeah, I would not really raw be yourself,
Yeah.
because we also need to share like the lessons behind, right? Sometimes yeah, I mean, you can be yourself, but I think you should, I'm not trying to say you should, but it's good to step back, and before you post something out there, and think whether this will, how this will impact your business, right? So for
Yeah.
me, it's not totally raw, but at least you have some kind of filter. But it's up to you how you want to do it. But basically, yeah, authenticity, yes. But for me, is it is it good to have like 100% raw without any filters? In my opinion, no. I think you should have at least some kind of filters, because you have to view like all of this is a business, right? We have to view this from a business point of view, like how, when you put this out, how is this going to impact your business?
Totally, totally. Because that reminds me like uh, when I try to get into start my own business, immediately I want to start an agency or like offer some freelance digital services back in like 2015, 2016. And I was called a scammer only because I'm from India. So I was called a scammer by a founder. And about 10 months after, he reached out to me telling me like, Sampath, do you have a slot next week? I want to talk and let's work together. So that's what happened. So if I'm just going to be putting it out there, I would sound like an attention seeker. But then I have to tell everyone what exactly happened in those 10 months, right? So what made this change, and how did he come back? What made him to come back and write to me, and what did we do together so that I have shown him results? When people see the entire 360 degree, but I don't have to get into nitty-gritty details. What other names he called me with, so that will affect my business, right? So you're saying like be transparent, but to a certain limit where people need to know, people need to see the real side of you, but not the complete side of you. Be valuable
Yes,
in simple
yes,
terms.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So, and one other thing, as when it comes to pricing, right? I mean, like, when you probably would have, since you started like Cut Mango, you would probably would have seen like several creators listing the products and so on and on. So, uh, when pricing their own info products, is there like any specific process that will make or break the success for those products? Can you recommend
Yeah.
how they determine the price?
Yeah. So pricing, I think you should at least deliver a 10x value from the asking price. So for example, if the price of your product is $100, then if a customer were to buy your product and then they use the product, they should see a return in value of at least $1,000 in value. So yeah, 10x is, I think that's the number I'm trying to aim for. I always try to aim for 10x value from the asking price.
Lovely, lovely. So that's like quite simple, neat, straightforward. I love it. Thank you. So, and you were mentioning that Cart Manga is going to be like loaded with some profit pulling features, right? So, can you share like a little bit more about that? So, because our goal here is to increase the AOV. So, because the only ways that I have heard or we have known is like having upsells, downsells, cart bump offers, or ways to reduce the cart abandonment by sending like follow-up emails, all those things. So, what features are you're packing into Cart Mango so that they're going to be like profit pulling for creators?
Yeah, so the things you mentioned, we are eventually going to have that, but currently, as it stands now, we don't have all of it yet. So the things that we do have is the order bump. You can have an order bump on the checkout page. So for those who don't know what an order bump is something relevant that you offer on the checkout page to people who are planning to buy your main product, right? So for example, if the main product is how to write emails that sell, the other bump could be how to build a 5-day welcome sequence, for example. It's related, but it's different, right? So that's an order bump. We have that as well. We already have that. And then upsell, we currently don't have that. We're going to work on that feature soon. So yeah, upsells, order bumps will increase your average order value. And then there are also two more things that you can do. Number one is you only on the checkout page you only ask for the absolutely necessary information. So in this case, it will be the email address, because the more fields you ask people to fill out, the more drop off there will be, right? Uh, that's number one. Ask only for the absolutely required information. Uh, Number two is to let customers choose how they want to pay. Some people want to pay by credit card. Some people have PayPal balance. They want to pay by PayPal. Some people prefer Apple Pay, etc. Right? So by having options for people to choose like their preferred way to pay, you can also increase the conversion. That one we have that in CapMango. So you can with CapMango you can integrate with your own Stripe or PayPal accounts. So on the checkout page, you can activate both, right? So they can choose to pay by credit card or PayPal. And then within Stripe itself, if inside the Stripe account, your own Stripe account, if you enable Apple Pay, I think there are a few more options like uh, in the US, what is it called?
Venmo?
I think yeah, maybe Venmo
Yeah.
and Cash App. I think Cash App, yeah, or
Hmm.
whatever. Stripe natively supports all of them as well, so you just need to check the
Yeah.
boxes. Yeah, so but side by side, Stripe and all the other options as well as PayPal, I think giving people the freedom to choose whichever way they want to pay is going to boost conversions as well. And then with the upsell, we like I said just now, we don't have that feature yet, but we are going to soon. But uh, with upsells, we were talking about the internet marketing crowd earlier, right? So I don't know if you have been to their funnels before. I have, like back
I have.
early in my days. So the upsells is crazy. Like they will have like five upsells,
Yeah.
three upsells, three downsells, and then so three plus three is like six. If you upsell number one, and then yes, no, whatever. If no, they will have a downsell. After you decline downsell, they will upsell number two. Or you decline downsell number two. You decline and then upsell number two, whatever. So it's crazy. It's like pushing offers down people's throats, and I mean it's a very bad experience, at least to me as a customer. And then I lose trust in that for the person instantly right there. So I would suggest that for upsells, a maximum of two, I think is at the limit. I would suggest one because um, you're already trying to sell the main offer and then the order bump, which is two products, right? And then upsell is number three. If you push another upsell number two is four, right? So at this point, the customer will think, okay, just get me my freaking product that I bought, right? Stop offering me, trying to sell me something else. So people might get pissed off and lose trust. So uh, for me, I believe a better way is, since we have their email address, right? We continue to build long-term relationships, trusting relationships with them, and then over time we give them tips, and then we soft sell the tips, soft sell. I think it's a better way for the longer term, instead of like pissing people right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another tip is that secure the main product and the order bump sale first. You
Mhm.
get the payment first before you show the upsell.
Yeah.
Because some shopping carts I know, they how do you say it? They don't capture the sale uh, after they click buy on the checkout page. So what happens is
Really?
that if it depends on the shopping carts, how they do it, right? Some shopping carts capture the sale immediately. In CartMango, we capture the sale immediately, like the checkout page.
Yeah.
Someone buys the main product, and then the order bump, like let's say it's $100 plus $10, 110, we capture that immediately. After that, we show the upsell. So whatever happens after the upsell, let's say the customer is distracted, or if he just changed his mind, he's pissed off for whatever reason, we already captured the sale. So make sure that you capture the sale before you present the upsell.
Interesting. I never knew like any uh, shipping cart platform that actually does that. Like they don't capture the sales, because that's kind of like how it works in supermarket, right? Because they get your credit card, ask you like billing questions. Some supermarkets ask you billing as, would you like to donate, or would you like to add this? There's an offer for this. Would you like to upgrade? Would you like to get this package by paying like $20 extra? You have all those questions before they swipe your card, where by the time you already make up in your mind, okay, this is the last time I'm visiting your store. Even if there's no other store in the next 50 miles, I'm okay to wait for another week so that I can uh, get my car serviced, and then I'm going to go there and buy, but I'm never coming back to your store. That's the kind of mentality you get into, right? So, but then I couldn't even imagine that any shopping cart in the digital space actually does that. Why would
I,
they
I
do that?
forgot what it was, but the name, it was a long time ago though. Maybe they have changed, but yeah, I wanted to mention this because it's very important that you capture the sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one more thing is that one more nuance is that uh, there are also some shopping carts who capture the sale at the checkout page, right? So the customer bought the main product as well as the order bump. They capture the sale, and then the upsell starts, right? But within this time, like because there are multiple upsells, um, sometimes the customer want to get access immediately. They don't want they close the upsell, right? But some shopping carts, they don't send the login emails immediately. They wait for the funnel to finish. So what happens is that I saw this in the Facebook groups. Some people are having this issue, like they just paid, but they didn't finish the upsell, the funnel, right? So they don't get the send the email. They don't get the email welcoming them their login details, right? So they do chargeback. So the
Yeah.
seller was complaining in the Facebook group, if asking if they have a solution to that. Yeah. So it's very important to immediately give the login information as well, like the access details, even even when they haven't finished the whole funnel, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. because like that's gonna be like pissing off any customer, and they're never gonna be coming back. No matter what you
Yeah,
do, they're
or they
not.
do a chargeback because they think they got scammed.
Exactly, exactly. That totally makes sense. All right. So, and one other thing I want to add is like it's super important. You also need to collect their information and not just allow anyone to check out as guest, because that's like one feature that we have had on SaaS Info when we built the first version. We had an option where people can check out as guest, and because of that, there's like several people who just bought the products, but then we have no clue what is it they have actually bought and who are they and how many times. I mean, like we could not like pull out cumulative data. We have to miss out those information just because like information of those guests, right? So we did not have those data, and we couldn't like promote our other products, our other launches to them, and it also affected when we started pulling out like our annual reports. It just hurt us. So it's super important that you like you said, for Cotmanco, you're going to be like collecting minimal information. That is super important. Like at least need to collect their name, email, and the country they're from, and then they can just go ahead and check out. So I really love that the way you put it. I mean, like some cards, I just hate filling up all this information. Down my name, email, address, street, my house number, and probably like, they would probably want me to know like what kind of dish I have had for my dinner, and what's my plan for the next week, where am I planning to take my kids for the vacation this year, all those information before I could just put in a credit confirmation. So yeah, I mean, like lightweight checkout is the way to go.
Your story just now about the guest checkout. They should be able to uh, pull in information though, because guest checkout they still have to enter some kind of personal identifier information, right? Like the email address, right? Yeah, so it should be able to do that. So for CardMango, they can also check out, guest check out. Like they don't have to create an account with CardMango in order to check out, but they need to give us some kind of information, the email address, for example, right? Um, so as long as there's like an email, some kind of personal, unique personal identifier, then you can actually pull out the data from the database. So that's what we're doing as well. Yeah,
Okay.
customers who check out using CardMango, they enter the email address. Our users, which is the sellers, right? They always have the data, like the email address, like how do they pay, like when they bought, how much the price they bought, any coupons, etc.
Right, right. And like, we tried pulling those information, Michael. We have had some PayPal emails through which people use it to purchase. The thing is, like, when we tried sending those emails, some of them actually bounced back. So I was like honestly surprised. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that
So
was a challenge.
yeah, I think with us and a lot of other shopping carts, we ask before they go to the PayPal page, we ask for the email address on the checkout page first, and then they
Mm.
go to
Yeah,
PayPal, which can be a different email address when they log into
exactly,
PayPal.
exactly. That's a good approach. All right. So, uh, what's like one bold prediction that you have for the info product space, especially for the creators in like next 12 months from your experience? Because you are building a whole new business, whole new product, just focusing on those people, right? On that audience. So what's the prediction that you have?
I'm not. I don't really have a prediction to be honest. I think it's
Okay.
going to be for the future is going to be the same. The universal principle that I talked about just now. As long as you are genuine in helping people, like your offer really helps people solve their problems, is a good offer, is priced uh, within its price range, is priced well. I think it's going to, and then you have the right audiences, you have the right audience in your offer. I think you're going to do well. So I think it's going to be the same. I don't have any different bold predictions.
Okay. You think like it's gonna go up or like it's gonna stay the same or it's gonna go down because of AI?
Because of AI,
Yeah.
I honestly don't know because I think AI is overhyped and not overhyped in the sense that I mean I use AI every day to help with my work. I appreciate it a lot. It helps me save a lot of time and energy, like countless of time and energy. I really like it, but the way that a lot of I don't know marketers or opportunists uh, market it is like the be all and all. Like if you have this AI prompt or AI tool, then you're going to conquer the world, like get a lot of sales, which is
Yeah.
not true, right? That's one part of the one part of the equation, right? But I mean, I honestly don't know if it's going to go up or down. I think the market is always there. It's just like whether you will get it, you will get a piece of the market or somebody else will. Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for keeping it real. So I have a few quick rapid fire questions for you. This is going to be like a last part of this podcast, right? So anything that comes in your mind, because this is going to be like a rapid fire for a reason. The first thing that strikes your mind, you have to give us that. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So best email subject line you have ever seen.
A dot, which is a full stop, just a full stop, a
Okay.
dot.
And what that meant to you? I mean, like, why is that like best? Why is that best email subject line for you?
I don't know. It's just it's based on data from my own email broadcast, and that that email subject line happens to be the best. But
Okay.
I think email subject line is also overrated. I don't know if this fits into. Should I go deeper, or you want to fire off other
We'll come
questions?
back. We'll come back to this.
Okay.
I have like few more
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. I think
Right.
email subject lines are also overrated because if you have built a good relationship with your subscribers, they will see your name first, right? They will decide like if they are going to open the emails based on who you are, not the subject line. Yes, they will see the subject line, but they decide first like who is sending the email. After they say this who is sending the email, then they look at the subject line. In my experience, even though I said that the dot subject line performs the best for me, it's only like a cup, like a very a few percentage points. But you asked the question, so I have to answer anyway.
Yeah.
But it's only a few percentage points. Uh, the reason, so people, if you build a good relationship with your subscribers, is what I'm saying. They don't really care about the subject line that much, right? Because every email from Sampath is always going to be contain good value, is bite size, good value, actionable, and I always get an actionable tip, regardless if I buy his products or not. So if you can have this, like you can have this kind of like email message, having all these qualities put together, then and you keep sending all these emails like for a year, 2 years, people will associate like your name, like Sampath. Okay, good guy, good quality, even if I don't buy from him, right? So regardless of whatever subject line you put, it yeah, maybe it makes a difference, but only like a very minor little difference, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You can test this out, yeah, because my subject, my operate is very similar for, regardless of what subject I use, right? It's around 30 to 40%. Even the reason why I chose to use a dot subject line for that email, which has nothing to do with dot, is because I just want to test, right? And it's almost the same, and it's almost the same as all my other email open rates, and it's actually the highest, even though it's only by a few percentage points. Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as you focus on giving good value, like someone's, oh, Sampath, I'm gonna open his emails. So subject line becomes not really important unless you're always trying to sell based on hype. Then yes, maybe it will work like once or twice, but after that, people will tune out.
Usually this answer is like second or third best portion of this entire podcast. It's been like almost an hour. This is the best piece of this podcast, I would say. My personal feeling, my gut feeling says so.
Okay, glad you find it that way.
Yeah. So what's a piece of advice that you think that you should have shared earlier, but then like you want to share something now?
Sell in every email.
Okay.
So
Every
this
email.
might contradict, yeah, every email. This might contradict what we have discussed just now, right? Since I think I'm more like build relationships guy. Why would I
Mm-hmm.
say sell in every email, right? So it's contradicting, right? So the
Yeah.
reason for that is because you sell in every email, you soft sell in every email after you give value, right? So regardless if they buy the products, the link at the end of the email or not, they still get value out of the email. So you wasted their time, like 1 minute, 2 minutes of their time, right? Their time is precious. Even though they don't click the link, they don't buy. they still get good value. So and to do this, you have to make like you cannot sell the product as is, right? You have to find different angles to talk about your product
Right.
in a non salesy way, like using storytelling, which is outside the scope of this podcast. But anyway, storytelling, and then finding all the different angles, like the benefits, what does your product do, and then finding all these different angles, and then you write the emails, if possible, injecting some story that's related to whatever you're talking about, and then you give a tip at the end, a free tip, and then you soft sell your offer with a link or whatever, or reply email, like reply to book a call with me, for example, something like that. So basically, soft sell in every email, but at the end, after you give the value. Because the reason is why I should have realized this sooner is because you don't know where people are in the journey, right? Some people they are in buy mode, but you're afraid to sell, so you just give value all the time without selling. You miss out on the sale, right? And then some people they're just getting started. They are not ready to buy, which is fine, but we give them the value anyway. But we put the link anyway in case one day when they're ready to buy, we don't know which email of us that they're reading, right? So we put the link in every email. Yeah, soft
Got
sell.
it. Yeah, love it. Love it. So what's your most favorite productivity hack that you have seen like a lot of results?
Yeah, do the number one most important thing when you begin your day, because the brain is still fresh. As the day goes by, I wake up in the morning. As the day goes by, like for example, in the afternoon, it gets really bad. So I usually use that time to do administrative tasks, because you don't have to think. Administrative is just paying bills, doing this, doing that, right? Yeah. So I would say the number one most important thing in the when your energy is at the highest, which is when you just begin your day.
Nice. Eat the frog.
Excuse me.
Eat the frog. So that's what they say,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. So what do you say is the most underrated marketing channel right now?
I wouldn't say right now. I think it's always been word of mouth. Yeah, because
Okay.
yeah, people like, again, this goes back to the theme of this podcast, right? If you always build something that is useful, people like it, people love it, they're going to recommend you anyway. So, but a lot of people don't do that. They focus on the quick sales, the easy money, and then they
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice the quality, the reputation, which they're not going to get the word of mouth.
Yeah. True. So true. Love it. So, and there's like one last question. Have there's like one not so popular tool that you cannot live without, which is like not Gmail, Slack. Those are like popular tools. One not so popular tool.
Yeah, Zite. I don't think you have heard this before. Zite,
No.
Zight, is basically a Loom alternative.
Okay.
Loom. So Loom is famous for recording videos, right? Um, it can also do screenshots, but with Zite, it's basically a Loom alternative, but it's a less well known. It can do screenshots as well as screen recordings, videos. So why I say I cannot live without it, because every day I use it to communicate with my team. If I want to say something without having a call, I just screenshot or record a screen share, a short screen share. After I record it, it will immediately upload to its cloud servers, and then I just give paste a link to you, to my teammates, and then you click, they can see the screenshot of the video. So that's very, very handy.
Nice. Nice. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for answering all those questions. In fact, this is my most favorite portion of the entire podcast, the rapid fire round. I wish I asked you all of those questions when we started. It was like super, super interesting. Thank you, Willie. Thank you for all of that.
Sure thing.
Yeah, just one last thing. Anyone and everyone who is watching this podcast, right? They wanted to get like more information and they want to have a chat with you or talk to you about like Mango or about like bird sand. What's the best email to reach out to you?
You can email me at welly@cartmango.com. This Welly is WELLY at cartmango, CARTMANGO.com.
Love it. And until when the Mango is like open and available for anyone to access, like before we introduce all those payment methods. So they have like a set deadline, like when the product is going to be like publicly available and for a certain price point.
Oh, it is already publicly available, but it's currently in beta, so it's
Mm-hmm.
free for at least this year. We are considering extending it until next year, but at least for this year, it's still free. So it's in beta, but you still gotta pay Stripe or PayPal fees depending on which you use, right? We cannot make those disappear. You have to pay them directly. We don't take a single cent from your transaction, because the goal is to get as many people to use the platform, and then we improve based on user feedback, and that's how we're going to get the product better and better.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
if
Thank
you can
you.
go to cardmango.com to sign up for a free account, just cardmango.com.
Will that be like an early bird or like early adopter uh, special pricing when you go out of beta?
Yeah, so I the early adopter thing is the first batch is already offered to my list
Okay,
privately since last year. So uh, that's already over. But if for the beta group, the public beta group, they're going to get something special as well when we do charge in the future. Yes, so if you go to cardmango.com, there's you can read what we can do, and then you can sign up there and then be our beta user, and then beta user is also going to get some perks when
okay.
we do finally launch the paid plans.
Lovely, lovely. So that's everything. Thank you once again, Willie, for sharing all the golden nuggets. Because like most of the things that you said in this podcast, they are like super, super personal for me. And I'm sure it's the same bunch of value for people who are watching this podcast as well. So thanks for your time today. Thanks for investing your time into educating us.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Sampan.